Over the last couple of years, Nintendo has switched to a video-only presentation when delivering new information to their fans. They control the message, the pacing, and avoid any of those awkward moments on stage. My name is Codiak, and today we'll take a look back at the big takeaways from Nintendo at E3 2019. Back in 2018, fans of the Luigis Mansion series got a pleasant surprise when Nintendo revealed the next installment in the beloved franchise. The cinematic reveal mixed storytelling with some gameplay, but glossed over a lot of the major details. Fast forward to E3 2019, and Luigi's Mansion gets the star treatment it deserves with around 4 minutes of jam-packed gameplay and story details. This time around, a vacation at a luxury hotel takes a dark turn, and Luigi must once again save the day and rescue his family. The hotel looks to be incredibly complex, with all sorts of bizarre rooms and puzzles ranging from movie sets to overgrown greenhouses. Additionally, over-the-top enemies will challenge players every step of the way, including some impressive new enemies and, of course, some of our favorite Mario baddies as well. In terms of gameplay, we got our first real look at how Luigi will have to deal with the onslaught of ghostly enemies scattered throughout the hotel. The strobe is back to stop ghosts in their tracks and deal a little bit of damage, and as in previous games, Luigi is ready to suck up ghosts with his new Poltergust G00. Additionally, a new ability called Slam throws around ghosts and deals some wicked damage, and a new utility move, Suction Shot, can be used to help uncover new secrets, as well as disarm enemies. Finally, when the ghosts surround you, players will be able to employ a new burst ability to create some space and give you enough room to continue the fight. When challenges are just too great, players can take control of Luigi, or if another player is around, you'll be able to dive into a co-op experience. Both Luigi and Luigi bring something different to the table, but it's their combined strengths that will help players survive the horrors of the hotel. If the main story isn't enough for you, a new multiplayer mode called Scarescape is coming to the game and will allow players to team up to capture ghosts and race against the clock to clear as many rooms as possible. With no hard release date, it's impossible to say when Luigi's Mansion will drop, but we expect it to be relatively soon considering how much of the game they've shown off. While the Mario franchise remains the face of Nintendo, it's impossible to deny the success of the Legend of Zelda franchise over the decades. Back in February, fans of the series were thrilled to learn that a classic, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, would be getting a refresh for the Switch. The game is charming, filled with life, and packed with the modern features we've come to expect with new video games. There really isn't a whole lot more you need to know about this game before it comes out. Some quality of life changes like the ability to swing your sword in 8 different directions instead of 4 make it more accessible to a modern audience, but other than that, the experience should feel familiar. During this year's E3, I was pleasantly surprised to learn about a new dungeon building feature that would allow players to craft challenging adventures using the dungeon pieces they've picked up while adventuring. Players will be able to combine the pieces they've picked up and head into the depths of the cavern to fight challenging monsters and unlock rewards that will help on their main quest to awaken the Windfish. Most importantly, we learned that Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening will be coming to the Switch in September 2019, which means diving into an adventure is right around the corner. Unfortunately, with so much good news, something had to give. It's just a shame that it had to happen to Animal Crossing's New Horizon. The Switch title had to push back its release date to March 2020, which leaves the rest of 2019 a little thin. Getting the bad news out of the way, we still did get a fresh look at the game, which looks to take place on a fun deserted island. Players will have to collect resources and clear out overgrowth to make room for new neighbors. Of course, Tom Nook is back to keep the trains running on schedule, and we even got a peek at Fuchsia, Eunice, and Freya during the trailer. Players will have plenty to do, like chopping down trees, chipping away at rocks, setting up beach luau's, and whiling away the hours creating your own cozy corner of the island. The game looks as charming as ever, and to be honest, it was made for the Switch, so the extra waiting is fine as long as we end up with a complete finished product. So I've held off talking about it for long enough, but I just can't wait any longer. At E3, we learned about 2 big additions coming to the Super Smash Bros. Universe. Fans of the Dragon Quest series will be happy to know that the main characters from some of the major entries into the series will be joining the fight. Characters can pick their favorite hero thanks to a number of included skins that allow them to fight as their favorite character from the series. Equipped with a signature sword, the gameplay looks to combine a number of melee abilities with some fun defensive moves to round out a player's kit. Additionally, and after far too long, Banjo-Kazooie is finally coming back to Nintendo as a playable character in Smash. The dynamic duo looks to combine a number of melee abilities with some impressive range potential, as well as a decent recovery thanks to a couple flaps of Kazooie's wings. And of course, it wouldn't be a Banjo-Kazooie tie-in if Gruntilda didn't make an appearance. The Evil Witch looks to have her own level as well as a hand in BK's Ultimate. Banjo-Kazooie is coming to the Switch in fall 2019. Finally, we had to wrap up with possibly the biggest surprise of the entire Nintendo Direct. We learned that a brand new Legend of Zelda game is in the works, and it is a direct sequel to Breath of the Wild. But we didn't learn much. We know that something is stirring under Hyrule Castle, and it looks like Ganondorf is once again at the center of another Zelda storyline. What we can perceive from the trailer is that after the events of Breath of the Wild, evil and malice are still very much a part of Hyrule. In a chilling scene, Ganon looks to come back from the dead and begin a reign of destruction across the region. We have no doubt players will have to suit up for another epic adventure, but at this point the details are murky, and with no release date in sight, we're all left wondering, what's next for this fantastic series? Nintendo has once again delivered a successful Direct, and while it didn't blow me away, there were a lot of details that should have fans excited. And as always, we here at the Game Gurus want to make you part of the conversation. Let us know your thoughts on the big news from Nintendo in the comment section below. And remember, you can always join us on Discord if you want to keep the conversation going after the video is over. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at the Game Gurus, thanks for watching, and play on.